Hey folks, welcome back to Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin. We're here in Earthen Peak, where we've been dealing with poison and mannequins, and that is an awesome outfit, oh my gosh. And Grave Wardens. And today we are going to be going on a completely optional side path, but it's fun to explore. There's a lot of items. It's some of the most intricate level design we've seen so far in Dark Souls 2. So it should be a fun adventure. Now, there are two ways to approach it. First off, you could go this way, or you could head up this ladder. And I'm going to head up the ladder because it makes one particular item more on the way. And that saves me some time as a video maker. If you're not interested in going on the on this side excursion when you're playing, you can just go that way, follow it along, and make your way to the boss door over there. But where's the fun in that? Come on. Anyway, this is the path we will be taking. You can see there's a mannequin over there. We could try to rush him, but we'd be rushing through poison, and he is all poised to shoot poison arrows at us, so we'd probably just get totally poisoned. So instead, let's snipe. Nice, that went really well. He didn't even shoot me. Alright, so this is a little hallway of poison here, so don't stop for long to grab this flame butterfly. Just run on through, step out, and get ready to fight a pyromancer, who actually cannot reach you from this distance over here. So you can pretty easily pull out a ranged weapon, get rid of her. Oh, she dropped a thing, cool. Now, we can't go any farther without dropping down into this hole. But if we look carefully, you can see there's a mannequin or two. There's one, and there's another behind these pots over on another platform. Now, if you don't take care of them here, they will ambush you at another location. Let's see if we can take care of them here. Nope. Wow, it's fun. How about you? How about you, fine fellow? Did he drop down? He dropped down. Okay. Well, they won't ambush us. We'll still have to fight them legitimately, but they won't ambush us. Anyway, we can't walk around this. That ledge is too small, so let's drop down here. Take care. There's some mannequin. Open up a passage there. Make sure not to get sprayed with poison. And those two mannequins that we hit from above should have dropped down here. They're probably running around somewhere trying to get back to me. I don't know what path they might have taken. So, in the meantime, let's talk about this elevator here. This elevator, there's a couple things you can do with it. Most intuitively, you can... Oh, hey, there they are. There they are. Whatever. Deal with them in a sec. Most intuitively, you can ride the elevator up, and this will take you to where those two mannequins were hanging out. And we'll find a Mira shield. Once I'm sure the coast is clear, we'll check out the description on that. It's nothing super exciting. I think that's gotta be them, right? That's gotta be the ones. What are you doing, buddy? Okay, the Mira Shield. Mira Shield. Shield issued to the proud knights of Mira's official order. In Mira, a land perennially beset by unrest, this shield was a symbol of the great knight's strength and willingness to give their lives for their country. So we already knew that the Knights of Mira were very proud of what they did, so it's no surprise that they would be proud of what they do. And so that's not giving us a whole lot of new information. Okay. There's the other one. You can tell. You can tell it's the one we shot because he's missing some health already. There we go. Okay, other thing we can do with the elevator, we can send it up, but not actually ride it up. Because underneath there's a special prize. A large soul of a proud knight and a divine blessing. That poor fellow was probably crushed by the elevator, and either died instantly, or was trapped under the elevator until he died of starvation or bleeding or something. I really hope he died instantly. Anywho, we are presented with 3 choices here. We got a room here, we got a hallway to the right, and we got a hallway to the left. I'm gonna go to the left. Just because that's how I roll. And because it leads us back to this upper room with the bladed fan and the desert sorceress and this other desert sorceress. I feel like I call them a different thing every time I see them. There we go. Alright, let's pick up our prizes. Wilted Dusk Herb. I think that restores spell uses or something. Let's see. Wilted Dusk Herb. Yep, this restores many spell uses. And she dropped something too. A magic stone infusing, allows you to infuse weapons with magic. That's a trap. Fittingly a poison trap. Yeah, this message would have told me that, I already knew. And a Pharaoh's Lockstone. Getting more of those these days. That's nice. That's good. I'm glad. Okay, so 2 paths left to go. Gonna go this one because it's a dead end, a very short dead end, with an old friend.
We went through a lot together. Take this as a token of our friendship.
So Pate, if you summoned him for the last giant way back in the Forest of Fallen Giants, will give you a whole bunch of stuff. All of his stuff. All of it. All the stuff. Spear, shield, all of his clothes, and the Ring of Thorns.
Don't be shy. They were meant for you.
Let's check those out real quick. Now you'll notice a common theme when it comes to his equipment. A long spear wielded by Pate. This appears to be a very ordinary spear, but seems to have accumulated power over the course of countless battles. It is not always advisable to stand out, especially if you have something to hide. Pate's favorite great shield appears rather humdrum, but in fact was forged by layering thin sheets of iron, a process that creates a shield with excellent defense for its weight. And then his clothing, which all has basically the same description. Although it appears to be a common helmet, it has in fact been meticulously customized, belonged to mild-mannered Pate. This has been considerably altered. Perhaps it was pillaged. So, all of that equipment lends into the idea that Pate is very, very much trying to seem ordinary, but is definitely not. His blade has seen many battles. His shield is a very high quality, and his armor is specifically modified to fit him. He's anything but ordinary. Also, he might have stolen stuff. And then the Ring of Thorns give us a little something different. The ring granted protection by Kreml, god of struggle. The ring's spikes drive into the wearer's skin, so that each blow taken fuels spite towards the perpetrator. When damage is taken, the ring retaliates and inflicts damage upon the enemy. So, why would Pate have a ring that kind of builds up spite and anger and of stuff? He seems like perhaps a guy who keeps his anger under the surface and lets it fester.
Well, we need to begin. There's treasure this way, but I have a bad feeling about it. I don't quite have the guts myself.
So, through this door, which we cannot open from this side, there is treasure. So much like with the Forest of Fallen Giants, we need to find the treasure, report back to him to get some more dialogue. And that leads us to our final pathway. This way over here. Now, very easy to overlook. There's an ambush. How you doing there, bud? Alright, so, you would be forgiven for thinking that the treasure that Pate speaks of is over on the other side there. And this message would also seem to indicate that. And while there are prizes over on the other side, that is not the treasure that Pate is looking for. Instead, treasure's down here. Very easy to overlook. It took me a long time to find this. My first and second and third times. And fourth times. And earlier this afternoon. Great Heavy Soul Arrow. It's a very powerful spell. It's very slow. Requires a lot of intelligence, I'll bet. Let's see. Oh, not that much. A spell superior to Heavy Soul Arrow. Fires an even stronger soul arrow. Difficult to handle, but very powerful. Only the well-trained can handle these arrows. So yeah, it's something that requires good timing in order to use properly, and also requires an intelligence investment that I am not going for. Anyway, Pate, I found the thing.
Well, good to see that you survived. Perhaps you're more rugged than I thought. In any case, the treasure is yours, since you went ahead and took the leap. I prefer a more cautious approach. It's hard to know who to even trust these days. For instance, I've heard that a man is out for my life. Now, what misunderstanding could have ever led to that? The poor bloke must have quite an imagination.
Well, he didn't laugh maniacally, so that's something. It's just a regular sinister chuckle.
You be careful too, my friend. For trust can be a dangerous thing. You be careful.
All right. So the last thing that we're going to look at on this expedition in this episode is the other side of that pit over there. And this is a tricky jump. You are probably going to want to take off all your clothes, just because you'll be so in awe of my amazing Dark Souls 2 skills that you'll want to take off all your clothes. That's how it's going to work. you'll want to take it from a diagonal angle and look at that lip of land over there. If you try to jump straight across, you will not make it. Okay, let's see here. There we go. So pick up this item. Luckily that guy doesn't aggro immediately, at least. So we can get our equipment back on. I'm pretty sure I just started wearing different gloves. But that looks cool, so I'm gonna roll with it. Yes, okay. We're ready to go. Now, beware. You may be able to see that there's a large crack in this part of the floor. Or you might not notice because you're worried about the enemy. That enemy, if he uses the right move and slams down his weapon, can destroy this ledge and cause you to fall all the way down to inevitable death. So stay up in his grill. Don't let that happen. Also, if you try to snipe him from the other side there, he'll put up his shield. So... Ooh. Getting a little performance hitch here. Think we're alright, though. Grave Warden Bottoms. Let's see. I think this is the first piece of Grave Warden equipment that we've seen. Bottoms worn by the Wardens of the Crypt. The Wardens of the Crypt watch over the slumbering dead, making sure they are not awoken. Be they king or peasant, wise or dull, rich or poor, the Wardens treat them with the same care. So, two things I like about this item description. First off, the irony that the Grave Wardens, rather than looking out for alive people that are causing problems in the grave site, they are looking out for dead people and making sure that the dead people don't get up. Although there is a certain implication there, making sure they are not awoken, implying that something wakes them up, that some external force might be trying to rally these undead for nefarious purposes. So that's interesting. And then also the second part, king or peasant, wise or dull, rich or poor, everyone is the same after death. Doesn't matter how great you were in life, you're just a hunk of rotten flesh in the ground after you die. Soul for Brave Warrior and Crimson Water. Okay, so here's the deal. There is one more item that I wish I could grab. It's down there. See that? It's the one on the other side of the broken bridge there. That there's a wall that really looks like it should be an illusory wall, but isn't. It's way at the beginning of this section. There are a couple ways you can get it. You can, if you are super specific, super dexterous, you can, it's probably easier from the other side here, you can drop down onto that pipe that's connected to the gear. That is a safe landing spot. You can stand on it, heal up any fall damage you took, and then drop down the rest of the way to grab the item. Or, there is an item, there's a ring, that can reduce fall damage, and we will be getting it eventually. If you wear that ring, and really prep your health and whatnot, you can survive that fall. I really just don't want to lose this recording, because I died trying to make a jump for an item I don't even need. It's like, it's a poison broadsword or something like that. It's a poison something sword. It causes poison buildup when you hit things with it. It's just, I don't want to use it. I don't want to make that jump, and it just not worth it. Not worth it at all. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a homeward bone. And I'm going to return to the bonfire, And that will be the end of the episode. Now I'm running low on durability here. But, I don't want to have all the enemies respawn, so I don't think I'm going to rest at the bonfire here. Instead, I'm just going to end the episode. So, in the next episode, we should be wrapping up Earthen Peak. We should be able to head up and fight the boss. But, for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.